welcome back to the Hay Meadow. My name is Hayley. It's great to have you back again. Well, I assume that if you've made it this far, you've seen my lovely twirls and you've seen all three of these dresses. Now, as the title of the video suggests, we're going to talk about Frocktails Adelaide 2023, which I had the absolute pleasure of going to last Saturday. So it's Saturday today, Saturday the 21st of October. And yes, so last Saturday night I went and joined some absolutely gorgeous and fun Adelaide and interstate sewists at our Frocktails here in Adelaide, and we had an absolutely fantastic night. It was such a blast. And I thought I'd better come and have a chat with you about my dress, because as you'll recall, I had planned on making the Trini dress, which is what I'm wearing. So this is my toile of the Style Arc Trini dress, and I love it. It's fabulous. This is made in a rayon from Spotlight. Now, I did make, I think and I will be making this again, and I will be making this again in the fabric that I did show you that I was planning on making it. That's cryptic, isn't it? I will take a photo and I will pop that fabric in. And you'll recall that when I was talking about it, I was talking about putting a lace insert in. So you'll see that I did that with this one, and I love it. I love this dress. Although I will be making some changes. I think I'll go down a size, and I may do a full bust adjustment, and I may, I will raise the waist, because I think you will have seen in the twirls that the front is sitting higher than the back, which suggests a full bust adjustment. So although I've made it in a bigger size, it's not sitting right, so I'll definitely fix that. However, I'm not letting that stop me, because I know for a fact, and I bet you have too, you've bought garments, ready-made garments off the rack, and they've not fit properly. because of those exact reasons. You've gone up a size because it's been a little bit tight somewhere, so you've just gone up a size, not thought anything about it. I know I have. I think I've spent my entire life doing things like that. Not anymore. Well, not so much anymore. However, I really like this dress. I love how swirly it is. I love its floatiness. I really like it. In fact, I wore this last Sunday to a high tea that myself, my sister Rianne, my daughter Marty, and two of my aunts, Robin and Suzanne, we went along and had a high tea here in Adelaide. There are lots of options to have high tea, but we were all celebrating. So we were celebrating me hitting 1,000 subscribers, woohoo, on this channel. Thank you for being here. It's because of you. Thank you very much. I had a lovely high tea. I'll pop some pictures of that in. We were also celebrating my daughter winning a promotion at her job. So she's moving departments. So that's really exciting for her. And my sister also changing jobs and taking a whole new step and branching out in her chosen field, which is jewellery and gemstones. So she's the person I have to thank for my engagement ring. Thank you, Rian. And my two aunts, because I just love them so much. We love them so much. They are absolute dolls. And my sister Rianne and I can see us becoming them as we get older. It's quite funny. Anyway, so I wore this last Sunday, this Trini dress, styled with my denim jacket because I think that just looks fabulous. And I had a great idea. I had a great time. Great idea, whatever. And did you see pockets? I put the pockets in this, and I'll definitely be putting them in the other one as well, because who doesn't want pockets? Okay, so you'll recall I was going to make this as my Frocktails dress. However, you may have seen that I received this fabric here in the most recent seasonal Dahlia Society deluxe box. So this is a Fabric Godmother viscose jacquard. Beautiful. Absolutely a dream to sew with. I have got a scrap of it here to hopefully pick up, and hopefully in the twirls you saw, like in the sun, picking up that jacquard. Sorry I didn't iron this for you because, you know, I'm not a professional or anything, but hopefully you can perhaps pick up the jacquard. I'll turn it around because you can definitely see it on the reverse. Hopefully you can see it on the camera. But it's absolutely beautiful. And, you know, and then, so I thought I might make my Trini in this fabric. However, I then watched the video that accompanied the box from Kristen, and the discount pattern that we received this time was the Julia dress from Fibre Mood. Beautiful dress, very nice, easy wear. It's another, oh, I've just had a thought. Perhaps all clothing, all patterns are like a smoke and mirrors. Simple, lovely, simple to whip up, and the fabric is what makes it. This Julia dress is definitely one of those. Now you'll see that the first one I made in this lovely blue, so this is another fabric, excuse me, I dropped the other scrap, so I had to retrieve that. So I received that box, I think that was on the Monday, and when I opened it, I thought, oh, I think I may have changed my mind on, you know, what fabric I would use. I then watched the video from Kristen where she had made up the green colourway of that jacquard fabric in the Julia dress by Fibre Mood, and I was like, wow, okay, I've just changed my mind. So of course I had to do a toile because I didn't want to cut into this and make a mistake. We'll get to that. So I popped into Spotlight on the way home and picked up this absolutely gorgeous viscose. I had a bit of a look at my lunchtime and saw this and thought, oh, I really like that. It looks a bit like bugs or flies, it's just, or beetles. You know, do you want to be wearing that? Well, yeah, some of us do. However, I thought that is a really, really nice fabric. So I dropped into Spotlight. I found out a Spotlight that actually had it in stock, went out of my way on the drive home from work, and I drive 45 minutes to and from, so I really wanted this fabric, and made it up, and I wore it to work. So it took me two nights, I think it was, to make that one, and I then wore it to work on that Thursday, I'm pretty sure, and loved it. Absolutely loved it. So this is now a work dress, and now that it's all washed and ironed, I'll be wearing that on Monday. So yes, so I made it. I can't remember what size I made, but I just made the straight size. Loved it. It went together beautifully. The fabric, it turned out wonderful. I'm so happy with it. It's got the little pleat. It's like a deep fold over pleat, but then it's on an angle. Really effective. Again, a slight detail on a very simple pattern. A lovely extended grown on sleeve. Beautiful. I really like it. If you haven't seen it, go and take a look. It's very much worth your while. Lovely splits up the side. No pockets. However, that doesn't mean you couldn't add them if you wanted to. I haven't, because it's not the sort of, there's not a great deal of volume, and I didn't want them distorting the sides of the dress. Anyway, so I made that one, loved it, and went, okay, I'll make my Frocktails dress in this fabric. It's going to make the dress. That's what I'm going to do. So that's what I did. However, I was cutting it out and was trying to work out like the pattern piece, because I didn't seem to have enough fabric. So obviously it had shrunk a little bit in the wash, as fabric sometimes does. So what I actually ended up doing, thank goodness it's a really busy print, I actually did one of the back panels. Well, the skirt is the same front and back. It's just an on the fold cut. They're exactly the same. What I did was actually folded it in half. I didn't have to fold it in half, Hayley, you walnut. I added a centre back seam and cut two pieces, one on the cross grain and one on the straight grain, and you can't tell, and I don't think it hangs any different. I was really concerned about it, but when I was ironing it up, it seemed to be fine, and hopefully when I watch the twirls, it looks good too. That, my camera seems very high, doesn't it? Let me just adjust that a little bit. So now you'll have a really nice view of my double chin, but whatever, doesn't matter. So yes, I was very happy with my dress. I felt absolutely glorious in it when I was heading to Frocktails. Pulled out a lovely pair of black strappy wedge sandals that I've got. Haven't worn them for a while. And yeah, had a great night. I'm a terrible person when it comes to taking photographs. I just am. I'm too busy enjoying the moment. I'm too busy in the moment to think, to stop and take photos. So the only photos that I have were actually taken at Frocktails. So I'm going to go and steal all of them from Instagram and add those. So you'll see a couple of those. I met some wonderful people. And I was lucky enough to meet one of my fabulous subscribers, Stacey. Hi, Stacey, from Stacey Sews a Lot. That's her Instagram handle. She was basically there to greet me at the door as I came in, and it was so wonderful to meet someone and, you know, have a chat and actually get to know someone who's one of the beautiful people who comment on my videos, so that was really exciting. I met so many wonderful Adelaide sewing people, reconnected with Vicky, who I met last year and talked about in one of my videos previously. She had moved over from Melbourne at the time, so she has now settled here in Adelaide. And yeah, it was just a really, really great night. So I was really thrilled to go. Beautiful finger foods. So there were prizes during the night, which is great. So sewing patterns and fabrics that were sponsored. We also received a wonderful goodie bag on the way out, which had the fabric piece from Lush Fabrics over in WA. It had some discount vouchers for some other stores in Australia, and we also received a pattern, a paper pattern, so that was wonderful. So yeah, overall it was just a fabulous evening, and if you get the opportunity to go along to a Frocktails near you, take it, absolutely. In fact, it doesn't even have to be near you. There were some beautiful ladies there from Sydney as well, which I spent some time chatting to. And yeah, it was really, really good. We had a great time. They were both wearing Zadie jumpsuits. So yeah, that was fabulous. One of them was in this gorgeous quilt cover. It was a hot pink, an orange, and then it had red as well. It was gorgeous. It was beautiful. Absolutely loved it. Both of them were gorgeous. The other one was more like it was type of brocade. That's what it reminded me of. Wonderful. It was great to touch base and get to know again those people that I'd met last year as well. So fabulous, fabulous. So that was my Frocktails adventure. So it went from the Trini dress to the Julia in the blink of an eye, all because of some fabric. So it was wonderful. Now, while I have you here, I saw something the other day. I am obviously subscribed to Kylie and the Machine, and I opened up just scrolling and opened up my email, and there was the most wonderful thing I'd seen in ages. So of course I had to order some, and here they are. So this isn't an unboxing video as such. However, I got this the other day and I thought, I might as well do it while I'm talking to you about my Frocktails dress, because what is in here also is something I need for my next Trini dress. So we will use our scissors and open the box. Now you may have actually seen these, and it's not the baubles, it's not the Christmas baubles. Oh my goodness. So you may have actually seen a reel from Kylie and the Machine about this too. And if this isn't the best thing I've seen, I don't know what is. So, we have a lovely thank you card. Oh, and a nice little label. Isn't that gorgeous? You rule. Oh, I like that one. That's great. So I also got some zips. So I got some invisible zips because I need them for the Trini. I don't actually need to unzip this one to get it in and out. And I've since seen a really interesting, I think it was a reel in relation to putting invisible zips in. So I'll be following that next time. So I just got 3 nice long zips. One in a nude, one in a white, and one in a black. Nice and easy. Nice and generic. That way they'll suit anything. Now the piece of resistance, and isn't this paper gorgeous? Isn't that absolutely beautiful? Now, I actually bought 2 of these when I saw them because I just couldn't stop myself. Now, you like me probably are constantly trying to work out what your fabric is, unless you're someone who has some sort of system, which I don't, because I just haven't yet. I have the best of intentions, I just don't have the time. We'll talk about some time things in a minute. However, I saw these, and I've tried a few different ways. I've printed off like an A4 sheet, which has then got little labels on there where I've written down what the fabric is, what the size of it is, where it's from, whether it's been washed or not. However, sometimes they rip and come off, and you know, there's always that, you know, you're pinning into was that a bug? You're pinning into your fabric, so don't mind that bug. It's just doing its thing. However, Kylie and the Machine have brought out a tape. So if you haven't, go on to Instagram, the Kylie and the Machine, I don't know if they're called pages. What are they called? Who knows? Go on to Kylie and the Machine on Instagram and go and take a look at this tape so that it doesn't leave any residue. You've just seen me open this, so you know that I haven't actually used this myself. However, I did buy 2 rolls, so we can probably have a go here. I'll find it. So it feels a bit like a masking tape. Oh, look at that. Okay, so you'll be able to see that. So as you can see, it's got what the fibre is, what the width and the length is, where you got it from, and this bit here that's cut off actually has pre-washed, yes or no, and any notes that you might want to write about the fabric. And then you stick it on. Now, to me, that is just a game changer. It's not going to get caught on anything. It's going to stay there. Yeah, I thought it was great. So I grabbed 2 rolls straight off the bat. So I bought the 2 rolls, and then I saw that it's good for something like 200. It's got like 280 on here. So I don't think I needed 2 rolls, but you know, I'm prepping. That's what I'm doing. I'm now a prepper. So there, I thought I would show you. I was really excited about this, so I thought I would show you too, because I figured you might want to see it as well. It wasn't overly expensive. I think it was something like $18 a roll, which I thought was, I didn't find that a problem at all. I thought the fact that it's going to stay on there, it doesn't leave a residue. I thought, yep, that's the sort of product that I need. So I've got that as a plan to tackle over the next few months. Now, I did mention something about time just before. So I'm not making a song and dance about this or anything. However, there may be some gaps in the next, at least in the next month, when it comes to videos. So I'll try my best. However, there may be some gaps. I'm actually going in to hospital in a week's time on the 30th to have surgery, and I'm going to be having some obviously some recuperation time. So that recuperation time though runs straight into my already booked and planned Christmas break. So I'm going to finish work Friday of next week, and then I don't go back to work until mid to late January. So that's pretty cool. However, what I'm going to do while I'm on holidays or recuperating, obviously I can't do a great deal in the first few weeks. So I figured I should be able to fold fabric at least. So I'm going to come out here and I'm going to get some sort of order in my fabric. I'm going to mark it all because I have kept I've probably got 80% of the receipts or invoices for fabric that I've bought. So I can go back and look and confirm what it is, where I got it from, how big it is, blah, blah, blah. If it's in my stash, it's washed because as soon as I get my fabric, I run it through the overlocker on the ends, and I do that no matter what it is. Run it through the overlocker, get it in the wash, and then fold it and get it away on my shelves. So that's my plan. I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to refold it so that it actually sits nicely, and I'm going to label it so it's all ready, raring to go. Another thing that I'm going to do, I actually love Alex Judge. I watch her channel, and if you watch her channel, you will have seen that recently she's been talking about the curated closet book and workbook. Well, I think I'm going to join her in her little, join her while she follows that journey. I'm going to do that as well because this year, specifically since we moved, when we moved, you sort of look at the amount of clothes that you have. There's stuff in there that I haven't worn for ages. Probably there's quite a few that I haven't worn in a couple of years because, the old menopause. Anyway, and I've held on to things because, I really liked that, or I like the fabric, or I like this about it. I don't need to do that. I don't need to worry about fitting back into something because I can sew. So if I want to replicate something, I can do that. There are so many patterns, and, honestly, there's only so many ways you can make a dress, you can make a top, you can make a skirt. I am a simple creature. I am not necessarily someone who goes for the really outlandish type of style. So I'm pretty sure that I can replicate anything that I love, that I'm holding on to, that I love. I'm going to be able to replicate that myself and make it in whatever fabric I choose. So that's another thing I'm going to do. I am going to go through and have a big clear out. So Goodwill are going to be very happy. The salvos, the op shops, as we call them here. All the larger ladies are going to have a field day when they walk in the door. And I am going to make the type of clothes that I want to wear in the type of fabrics that I want to wear and enjoy myself. So yeah, I haven't even told Chris about this. He's got no idea. He's going to watch this and see, and then he's probably going to drop hints to me when I have a lackluster day, as we do sometimes. So that's my plan over the Christmas break. So yeah, I'm really excited for it. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you today. So I do actually have some fabric to show you, and also my delivery from the Handmade Florist arrived as well, and I want to show you that too. However, this has probably gone on long enough because we all know how much I can talk. So we will leave it here, and I will have something to talk to you about next time. Have a great weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye.